mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah.
What's up? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Ride the Rebellion podcast, the only podcast that's fully exhausted after a weekend of debauchery at Stockyard. With me, as always, is your host, co-host, the king of the South Alabama Turndown, and the man that really just puts I don't have anything. I'm too tired. It's Dale Boyd by phone.
If you would have been there this weekend, you would have known that it puts the arms around the pat because we cuddled all weekend.
There you go. He puts the arms around the pat. So obviously not a new episode today. Instead, we're both pretty exhausted. We have a kind of a crazy schedule. So we are going to just pull out a fan favorite. If you've never heard this episode, welcome to meeting the Bug. So Bug's not around much anymore. We don't know where he is. He's probably hiding somewhere, but we'll bring him back at some point. So again, apologies for not a new episode. We're going to do something. Dale, you said you had a plan for something. What's your plan to make it up to him?
Yeah, sometime this afternoon, just jump in the podcast group. If you're not in there, you better find it. Jump in there, and we have a little thing for you. Maybe. One of you. Two of you, maybe.
Okay, that's it. Opportunities. And that is how you do a podcast when you're exhausted. So here is a very early episode. This is all the way back from 2022. So 2 years ago plus.
It's the legend.
This is
Bug is a legend.
It is the legend. It's the legend of Bug.
That's right.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Ride the Rebellion podcast. I am your host, Drew Hall, and with me is the reigning, defending king of the South Alabama Turndown and current, I should say, reigning and defending champion of the Frendero 3000 belt, Dale Boyd.
What if we never have another race? Am I
No,
always going to be the...
I'm going to have a race without you.
I'm going to have the belt. Yeah. Somebody's going to break it. Your house got broken into. The guns are there. The bikes are there. Your wife and kids are still there, but the belt is
I'm pretty
gone.
sure Bug wants the belt.
Bug does want the belt.
I do want the belt.
And introducing
I do want the belt.
the world famous. If you don't know about the Bug, then you've not watched any of our content, and shame on you. We have first time in the studio, in the new studio. We're in the world famous new
Pleasure
studio.
to be here.
We
Pleasure.
Bug.
I'm Bug Green. Hello, everybody.
And I
Hello,
support this
Dale.
message.
Hello,
I approve your
Drew.
message. And I approve this message.
It goes with a little wave.
Yeah, we can definitely hear the wave. I heard it.
Okay.
I can hear the wave.
Well, happy to be here.
All right, so on today's show, obviously our big exciting thing is the fact that we have Bug Green here. If you don't know who Bug is, you should go watch the video on the Bug rug. I think it sets the stage perfectly. For Not the Man, we're going to find some... we don't even know where your name came from. That's a story. Don't worry, we're going to get there.
Church it up.
We have a little...
Yeah, take me a minute.
We're going to talk to Bug, and we're just going to have that general kind of conversation. At first, though, we want to shout out our sponsors. We've added a new one. We're very excited to mention a new sponsor. There's a story there. And that story, to hear how we got the sponsor, you're going to have to keep listening, which I'm sure you will. But it's actually a good story. I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, don't spoil it.
But our first new sponsor is Dirt Coaster Academy. If you have not heard of them, go check them out.
Very nice.
You guys both, look, we don't do real commercials. We do meta commercials. You guys have both taken the class. Dale, we already know is going to shamelessly peddle because he gets paid nothing to do that. But Bug, you took the Dirt Coaster Academy jump class?
I took all three.
How was it?
It was a lot more informative than I actually thought.
Right.
Initially, skeptical, but, through how long were we there?
We were there 3 hours, at least 4 hours, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, no. I learned so much, and hey, I was not the best at all. No, dude, I just started riding bikes in the pandemic.
Right.
Like
So I saw a photo of you. I mean, you're a good rider. Let's not take away from this. Like you're a really good rider.
I'm just young.
But I saw you are young. I saw you're actually out of our demographic, by the way. Yeah. This is for the young ones.
Yeah.
I saw a photo of you, and I mean, no offense, you and I have talked about this,
dude,
and you were dead sailor.
Don't tell people that.
No, come on. They want to show the progress.
And
It
then
can
I
be
see the
taken as
shot, and
weird.
you look like
Drew
this.
says, "Hey, I've seen a photo of you."
Oh yeah, that too. But then I see this first photo of you with your pants. I mean, you're dead.
what?
Yeah, what? I see this first photo of you dead sailoring this jump, and then the next photo I see of you is like sending it, like this I mean, like the shift was blatantly
Oh,
obvious.
thank you.
You look
Yeah,
good.
no, I'm a fan of the dead sailor. It just happens, man.
I understand.
I honestly can't help it.
Do you
know.
feel though that after that class your riding is better?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially with jumping.
Yeah.
Because we don't, even of that grade, the jumps, we don't necessarily have lips and that size jumps safely.
Right.
To where, multiple people were confidently hitting it. We're not all trying to steeze out or,
Speak for yourself, bud.
Yeah. Super turned down, man. That one guy with the dirt jumper, single speed, that was that
the
did
coach,
class.
the other
Yeah,
coach, man, he was sending
Dude,
it.
we could have stood under him. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He
But he's
was-
a Bentonville guy.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about a lot on this podcast, like where you live makes a difference in how you ride, like,
Yeah.
and I want to get to your take on the rebellion when we get into the Q&A stuff, but so that's one of them, Dirt Coaster Academy, and you can find them, I believe it's at dirtcoasteracademy.com. I'm not 100%, it'll be in the show notes.
Yeah.
We know that much.
Absolutely.
And we will have Toby and Nina on at some point.
And you guys got to tune in for that. That's
you-
going to be
you
the
need
best.
to listen to that.
No
Yeah, there's a-
offense, Bug.
There's a great story
yeah.
there.
Pretty dope.
I'm
a
not
great
the
story.
height of this.
Yeah, but it's
I
a shameless
understand.
peddling.
Hey, we've talked about you so much on the pod. It's
Yeah.
only time that the people get to know.
I think they should get to know you.
Absolutely.
Well,
I got to shout out
glad to be here.
our other sponsor, which is Lucky Shot. I got to get through my sponsors.
No, you're good, man.
it's your turn when it's your
No,
turn.
man. I guess you're more important, whatever.
I got to shout out our other sponsor who just paid for a trail. They actually sponsored and paid for a trail. Lucky Shot Coffee now has the triple shot trail, which is out the Reb that none of you get to ride that listen to this except for the few that do. What
Said,
a
we
asshole.
don't rub it in.
Yeah.
What a
Just
total
rub
asshole.
that in.
From last week to this week, what a total
Hey,
change.
drink some coffee. That's the closest you'll get.
That's it. One day you will ride it, and when you do, you'll fully appreciate how fun it is. Even in reverse, it wasn't bad. We rode it reverse today.
No, it was terrible.
I said it wasn't that bad.
Well, I mean,
I laid it out.
from what I heard it was terrible. Well,
The reverse,
I heard it was great until it wasn't great.
Yeah.
which was
so-
immediately when we started
Hey,
riding. it.
literally, I pulled off that trail, and I yelled, "Well, that was a buzzkill."
Yeah, it was
Because
definitely.
that's exactly what happened.
It was not
Like my
fun.
high was really high,
But-
my low got really low. But
Riding-
that's why
I'd
I
imagine
get
that
Lucky
was
Shot
a
Coffee
real
to
low.
bring it right back.
There it is. He's working on segways. Your segue game's getting better.
I like that,
You're
Dale.
getting-
There's a
you're
lot
getting
getting
there.
better.
I like this side of you.
You're getting better. I'm proud of you. All right, so then we have Lucky Shot Coffee. We have Clean Eats. If you need to get clean, this is the fastest way to do it. Like this, including heroin.
Oh God,
Yeah, it works
yeah.
for heroin. Yeah, it's total.
Nice. Thanks.
That is not true.
Thanks for mentioning that. That was
It's not. Whatever it is, this podcast is going off the rails as normal. We can't even get through the sponsors. We are
No,
7
we never
minutes
get
into a podcast.
We don't get through the sponsors ever.
Yeah.
Last week it was a heroin reference.
Oh yeah,
This
I'm
week
always
is a
gonna do
heroin
Yeah.
reference.
Oh, I just made cocaine.
that freaking H train.
You guys
son.
You guys need to get some products that cure my meth problem
Yeah, that's right. From Canada.
from Canada.
You
get
take
some
a look
Canadian-
at me and you'd be like, that guy does meth.
I'm gonna
That's
open
a
the
great
podcast. No, before it even starts, that'll start the podcast. You can look at me. That guy does.
Oh no.
Hey, secondly,
We've all been there.
With meth.
in Tillman's
Nah.
corner.
This dude out of nowhere, we were just talking about coffee, and he brings in the straight H train, straight heron. Dang.
All right,
you
get
should
through the
know.
sponsors. We got some good stuff.
I think that was all of them.
Clean Eats, yeah.
I got them. And run and try.
Run and try. Always run and try.
Yeah, you should always run and try and get away from your bad habits. So, if you need to get clean of heroin,
And what is Run and Try known for? They're the #1 on-cloud dealer in Mobile, Alabama. Baby.
there it is.
Come on down.
There it is. Though I think most people now prefer, like real runners are into ultras and all that stuff.
Yeah, runners don't wear on-clouds.
That's right. Soccer dads. Soccer dads
And
wear
nurses.
and me's.
If you are a nurse and
Yeah.
you're listening to this, or a respiratory therapist,
On
or work in a
cloud.
hospital,
On clouds are the official shoes of the dad bod.
Well, I have a dad bod and no on clouds. I'm missing out in the
You're
game.
just missing out.
Bro, I got New Balance.
It's because you're a heroin addict. It's fine.
It's because they're fast when you got to run from the cops from doing that.
Yeah, they kick off real easy.
Kickoff release. All right. As you've probably figured out, with us today is Bug. And so I'm just going to go in with the first question.
Shoot.
Your name is actually not Bug.
It is not Bug. It is the most generic name a man can have, and it is John.
This is already my favorite interview we've ever done. Okay. So your name is John.
John.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, let me just intervene real quick. Yesterday,
No.
Chris. No, we're
just
going
kidding.
to an enduro race tomorrow. We'll touch on that later. And yesterday, Chris was like, "So who's all going?" He goes, "I just looked at the registration list," and he goes, "Who the hell is John Green? He rides for the Sweet Potato Mountain Bike Crew too."
This freaking ghost guy.
This
Who the?
This John Green ghost fella.
John Deere.
All right. So, I didn't even know that was your name when I first met you. I met you.
Hey, that's the easiest way.
You were at
Not many people.
you were at USA. It was you and Todd Hall was like, "Hey man, you know Bug?" And I was like, "No, hi Bug, nice to meet you." And you're super nice. You're one of the nicest people in the world.
I try.
And who were you riding with? You were with probably Blake.
Blake and Jacob.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right. That was right before Jacob.
Oh, Jakey Poo.
Oh, Jakey Poo, right before he shattered his arm. That's right.
Ooh, yeah. Bad time.
Bad times. So, where does the name? Because I think everyone. I don't even
Everybody's
think
on
anyone
pins
at the
and
Rebel
needles.
know. Yeah, where does the
Dude,
name Bug
I
come
know
from?
all the people have been asking, but
the
it's
people
not.
what they
It's
want.
it's not that interesting. I'm gonna have to dumb it down, dude. I mean, as sweet as it is, my mom would just call me her little love bug.
Yep.
Ooh, that's freaking.
That's an interesting
springs.
sound in the microphone. You gotta.
Sorry,
It sounded like a piano just dropped.
sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, no, my mom would call me her love bug. It eventually transformed into bug. Dude, freaking airbrush T-shirts during spring
What?
break. Bug.
Can you please? Do you have any of
in
them?
light blue, dark blue font. Then it just transformed into bug.
Yeah.
And it stuck. You know, teachers.
All right. So it just literally comes from your mom, just as a favorite
my
name.
sweet mom. Yep. Just a silly nickname that stuck.
That's awesome.
Everybody loved it.
I just
I'm
want
not
an
mad about
airbrush.
But I'm a
shirt now.
junior, so
You're John Green Jr.
Yep,
You're
I'm
a
a junior.
Bug Junior?
Dude,
That's even better.
and not to freaking dox myself, but John Stephen Green Jr. Freaking
Wow.
It's a long one, son.
Yeah,
That is
that's-
awesome.
Yeah,
That's a lot of common
Bug
names.
Works. Bug Works.
Yeah, I
I've
get
been
it.
so
Yep.
jealous of the juniors because can you guys imagine if I was Dale Jr.?
That
Oh,
would be
yeah,
pretty
that'd
cool,
be
but
pretty good.
you're not him,
No,
so
I'm not.
No.
But I'd have
not
a
as
lot of
cool.
T-shirts.
It would be good.
It would be
hey,
good.
dude, yeah.
I've been trying to I tried for Dale Jr. No dice. He got Ronan, and then I tried.
Which is like a samurai.
yeah, dude,
It's
yeah,
awesome
it is.
name.
Yeah, and
I
then
like his
we
name.
my brother had a son. I was like Dale Jr. And he's like hell no. And then my sister had a son. I was like Dale Jr. No, we're still waiting. Maybe.
Well, you
Not
got
me,
you got to
though.
go for it.
Hell no, not me.
Yep. You got to. That's the rule.
No.
There can be only one. You're like the Highlander.
Yeah, well, Dale Jr. comes, Dale bikies go bye-bye.
Ooh,
I understand.
Remember, Dale don't have a job.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get more bikes.
Well, let me tell you.
More
there's a real
babies?
easy-
Because we can tell you how that happens.
No.
Step one.
I'm at 0, so I'm good.
Step one is you got to get married.
Hey,
You're in the process. I understand these things, but like you gotta close that. Then you got like a 3 to 5 year window
Couple
where you need to be
months.
very good. You need to be very good for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, you got to have the dink, the
No,
dual
you got to say
income.
yeah. You got to
Dual income, no
That's it.
kids, baby.
That's it. The dink,
Just go dinking.
and then
Dual income, no kids.
dual income, no kids. Yeah.
You gotta
So
just wow out
you
for
got
a
3 to
few
5 years to dink it out. You got to be good. You can sneak the bikes in because once the first kid comes, that's you've got at least
dude,
another 10
I need
years
to be dinking.
yeah.
Yeah,
You need
I
to dink
was-
it
I
out.
need to be dinking when I should. Wait, no.
No.
I need to be dinking when I'm danking.
That is absolutely
Like
accurate.
the zigging and zagging.
It's zigging and zagging and
Yeah.
dinking and danking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I was danking with some baseball cards, and then the babies came, and the danking baseball cards stopped.
Baseball cards?
You got to find ways to pay for diapers, fool.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
You gotta go down that path.
Dude, no, you had the wagons for a sec, huh?
Yeah, the wagons were cool.
Dude, that I
that
like
was after
that.
the babies, though.
I
That was
like
when I
the
was
wagons.
landlocked in the house and I couldn't do anything else.
That's bad. It's bad. Like
No.
when you have the baby, like I'm not a fan of babies.
I learned how to put a pack
I
and play
love-
in my back pocket, bro.
No,
Take
look,
that thing
I've
everywhere.
changed all the diapers. I did all the first diapers with that gross like zirconium, whatever it is, nastiness. I think it's merconium or something.
Man, I wish I knew what
Well,
I got a
Your time's coming.
I got a shit ton of nieces and nephews, but I'm not with the pee-pee
Do all-
and the poo-poo and the
Does all of your family call you Bug too? Like
Everyone.
brothers and sisters?
everybody. Uncle Bug.
What about
Everybody.
Uncle Bug for real?
Frick yeah.
What about work?
Okay, so I work with people I know. So Bug is incorporated in it,
Yeah.
but mainly John. So
What's your business card say? John.
John.
Bug Green.
No,
That would be dope
No,
if
I
it
keep Bug away from official business.
You have a pretty. You have like a real job.
Yeah,
Like
I
you're
have
a
a
real.
prominent job.
Yeah. I mean, you're a legitimate human
I
being.
feel like
so-
I would say I have a career.
Yeah, well, yeah, you absolutely have a career.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you can't put the quote Bug Green on there. But when you run
No.
for office
No.
at some point,
Oh yeah, they'll
yeah.
be like, dude, my daggum campaign commercial.
It's
We've
gonna
already
be-
got the intro.
Oh, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But yes, my nickname would go into that. But officially, nah. It's just easier
So
just to
wh-
be formal.
What made you? You said earlier.
I
you
cut
s-
my hair to be formal.
Wait, what?
I used to
Yeah,
have
have you never seen pictures of
what?
him?
No.
I used to have mid-back long hair.
Really?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to cut your hair to go formal then?
Says a
Just
man
about
with
time.
a mustache. Bug has a mustache right now.
That's a smidge.
There's the
It's
formalness.
a smidge stash.
It's a little
stash.
smidge.
I like it.
I wish
But-
it was thicker,
It's so
but
that
don't
when he
we
gets-
all?
It's
Yeah.
so when he gets pulled over,
Yeah.
he's like, "I'm one of you, fool."
I'm just white.
Wow. You just tee him
Hey,
up well.
the truth hurts. I hate
Yeah.
No,
all that.
I get it. I understand where you're coming from.
Freaking cops just judging you. Be like, "Ooh, I can let you go.
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna stop you for no reason."
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I ain't with it.
I ain't
But don't
with it.
blame me.
I'm the Bug.
I'm the Bug.
I ain't got nothing.
So
nothing to do with it.
you said you started riding because of the pandemic. What is that about?
Heck yeah. So Blake, my best friend, him and his dad used to ride.
Right.
And his dad supposedly super rode, if that means anything.
But
I don't know,
like-
I
No,
just
he was good. I
made
rode
it
with
up.
him back in the
So,
day. No, he was good.
So you retired out of this 3-year
Dude.
Well,
window?
no, he had knee replacement, right?
oh yeah,
Oh,
dude,
gotcha.
work on his Achilles and he's had all the works.
Oh,
He's a
got it.
bionic man. But yeah, he's just like Blake. They just go all in. So Blake was like, "Hey, got this bike. Let's ride." I was like, "All right, let's ride." We started riding around Midtown. He was like, "Yeah, let's ride mountain bikes." All right, well, I gotta freaking buy one. So searched around. Finally, dude, it was during the Great Bike Demic
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
sure.
So
Yeah.
I called around Infinity Cycles across the bay. Dude,
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
not
Wait, Infinity or Eastern
redact
Shore?
that. Redact that.
No, Infinity.
There was an Infinity across the bay?
There's
Yeah,
like
over
5
in
or 6.
Gulf, Orange Beach. Right?
Oh, Orange. Oh, that's right, because you started off with the Trek.
Yep. Trek Marlin 5.
Orange?
$600. Freaking orange.
Yeah, the Auburn colors.
Dude, I went on a couple night rides. Tuesday night rides. Loved it. Immediately fell in love, but we had to keep stopping because my chain kept falling off. Immediately.
It's true. It happened.
You know what you need? New bike.
The chain. You can't fix that chain
Can't
problem.
fix the chain.
I didn't listen. So I literally changed everything, just as time goes on. I'm a little tinkerer. I like to, I got a crap ton of, like frames and all other random crap.
Well, you've
trying
talked
to
about
do.
that. You've got like you're like building like old bikes. Like you'll dig into vintage stuff. Is that right?
I have like an old 60s Raleigh. For the most part, it's stock except cabling, tape, saddle, tires,
Yeah.
But no, I love riding that down in Midtown and downtown. I can't ride my $5,000 bike. Not to
There he goes.
Say
Drop.
Not the
anything.
cash drop. Look at the
yeah,
cash drop.
but I know that's super mediocre in the.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's awesome.
I think 5K. I think 5K for a
You
bike
know,
is really respectable.
You can look at my handlebars and grips. I still have the scraped up same handlebars.
No,
I haven't changed a single thing except what the bike shop recommended.
No, I remember
after I
being
took it
with
in.
you. I remember being with you, and you just had it. Maybe you just got it, or shortly after, and you like wrecked, and there was a huge scratch on the swing arm. I was like, "We can fix this." And I just like pulled a sticker out. Now the sticker's over the scratch.
I had that thing for the longest time, but yeah, no, I cleaned it up. I had to repo that thing, not the bike, the sticker.
The sticker.
But I got plenty more, so that's what I got the fender flare for.
Yeah.
I get it. So you get a bike, you start riding it, and then what makes you decide to go buy? You go from a $600 bike to a $5,000 bike. I know part of it's the pandemic, right?
The pandemic,
But do you think you would have not
the
gotten
great bike demic.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
the great bike
and
demic? Yeah.
the peer pressure of
I was
a
gonna say the
friend.
peer pressure.
Yeah.
Was that friend sitting next to
Yeah,
you?
no.
I probably helped.
He 100% helped, but yeah, no, I was there. It was 100% not the bike or the caliber bike I wanted, but it was there. Definitely shouldn't have, but it paid off. I haven't regretted it, but I'm telling you, I haven't changed a single thing except just saddle height.
Right.
I still have the same old bars.
It's a
same
specialized.
stock, but
It's a
haven't
specialized.
changed
You don't
tires.
have to.
Yeah.
They come ready to shred.
Dented the rim one good time.
Right.
Had Phil replace it.
Right.
Yeah, nothing super major.
But so the thing that's always fascinating to me is like I think when you start looking at bikes, when you first start, because I had the exact same bike as you. I had that Marlin 5 or 6 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Same color and everything. It was Todd Hall's bike, but it wasn't yours because it still had the Suntour fork and all that stuff. No dropper. And like after a while, when you start looking for a bike, you start looking at stuff. And I too bought a bike during the bike demic. And I ended up with that Scott, which was a fine bike. It was a little small for me. I read all the stuff that said I should have ridden a medium and all this.
That was a nice bike.
It was fine, and I still have it. I'm hopefully going to sell it. Shout out to whoever wants to buy it. I'm selling it dirt cheap, $1,800. You get a brand like
Dude,
a
I heard
$3,000
it
bike.
was $200. What the frick?
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
raised it up. $200
God.
off.
Of
Not
2,000.
what I heard.
Well, there you go. Anyway, so that bike's available. My point is, I moved up sizes to my next bike. Did you have the exact same size bike both times? Did you have a large and a large?
So I had a large on that hardtail,
Yeah.
but during the whatever selection I had, I got a S3. So that's, I guess, a medium to large.
That's I think Specialized and Trek have that medium large size,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
So
I don't know. They just try to confuse the
Well,
hell out of me.
that's-
Can't you just do 4 sizes? Medium, large, extra large, small?
honestly, but
Super
we all
size
have-
me?
We all have to be different somehow, I
Yeah.
guess. But dude, S3 a little bit smaller for me. I'm skinny and lanky, so little on the smaller side of what I need, I would think. But
Yeah.
I just raised the saddle a smidge. That's what I got a dropper for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to scrub my butt on the tire.
No, I get it.
So-
Or do the old Jakey poo and get your whole business checked.
It's another podcast.
That is a whole. I mean, I could have a whole.
Maybe an
con-
OnlyFans.
Ugh.
Oh, I was there when it happened. It was rough. I'm there a lot when people
I've
crash.
had it happen, but
No, he full checked. It was the whole package. He got a full package check.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, he got a product endorsement at the end and everything. He like literally dropped his pants at the end of Birdie and was like checking his junk. He was like, "It's red." That's what he screamed out.
Oh,
That was rad.
yeah.
I'm not doing
Ugh.
that.
No. What do you guys think that any of that at the end of the day, if you go back and look at any of this stuff, do you think that matters that you started out on both of you, me too, that
Everybody.
you started out on a hardtail and then transitioned to, or do you think like you're missing out on something by not doing that? Do you like
I think I'm missing out on not having one now. I mean, I have one that's like, it's technically Blake's, but it's a specialized like cross trail.
yeah,
So it's nothing crazy. Big wider tires. Dude, I want to ride a hardtail now. I want a dirt jumper.
Right.
I want,
Yeah,
but now that I've ridden the full suspension, I love it, but you want both. You want both now.
I get it.
Yeah, like our former guest, John, he's hooked on the single speed hardtail right now.
I saw that. He's
loving
it.
it.
Yeah.
Like he rode it at the Reb the other day and was like, I actually think I might like this better out there.
That's wild.
And I'm like, man, don't be trying to take me down this crazy, stupid idea of yours.
God, a single
But he
speed
loves
club.
it. And if you, like, I've been at races doing these long distance races, and those dudes on those single speeds, well, they didn't think it was funny because they're that kind of guy. But I was in pack with them at Fool's
No,
Gold.
they're used to it.
Yeah, no, this is the joke I made. I was in the pack with like 4 of them, and I'm dying. I'm shifting every 2 seconds, and I was like, you guys really hate your lives that bad that this is the best alternative? Right. It was either do this or be at home getting yelled at by your wife, and they were like, no, we actually enjoy this, and then they passed me and left me, and I don't know.
Dude, they can do that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Just one gear going.
Yeah.
And going, no matter what angle, just one.
No,
it's
can't.
not fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I mean-
I met a guy. I rode Dothan the first time I rode Dothan, which was a while back. I met a guy, and he was just destroying it. And Dothan's fairly hilly for out this way, and this guy's just shredding it on a single speed. And I was like, my God, man. I mean, he was just blowing past us, doing wall rides. He had speed for everything. He was a great rider. I just don't know. And he said he used to ride single speed out like in the out west. I was like, I just don't know how you do it.
It's a wholly different. You have to learn how to ride your bike differently. You
That's
really
right.
do, because you have to body balance differently to get to climb, and
Right.
you have to stand up a lot more. And those guys, if everybody that I've seen on a single speed, and no offense if you're not one of these guys, but they all look like they're lumberjacks when they're not on the bike. Like
Right.
they're big burly dudes that are just like chopping lumber on the side. And seriously, they're
with
always
their legs, they're kicking lumber.
Yeah, they might be just doing it on their thigh.
I can't imagine.
That's not your jam.
You can't imagine.
No.
What do you-
twigs?
What do you think about, like, so when you think about stuff like the Reb and you look at spots like that, like, have you traveled much to ride? Have you been able to get out of this area to ride?
No.
So you've been
So
riding 2 years?
at the very beginning, me and Blake, he had his dad's bike, and then I had that Trek. We went to Chihuahua and Oak Mountain. Didn't know how to ride. I was like, all right, this is cool.
Yeah.
So
It's Chewy, though, you guys didn't even finish, right?
no, we just hit like the little practice course, and then the next day, yeah. So he dislocated his shoulder
Right.
during that time. It all happens. It's common. But so before we left, I just went to, I mean, y'all have been there, right?
Yeah, Chewy. Yeah.
Okay. So
Dale almost died
where
there.
the wooden drop
did
is,
almost die.
and
Yeah.
it's like the dual slalom course.
Yeah.
So I did that a couple times. That was it.
So
And
you've
then
still not been back?
I rode. No, heck no. I just don't know why. Been to Bogue Cheetah.
Yeah, shout out Bug Cheetah.
Yeah.
Man, it's awesome.
So been there. That was great.
Yeah.
Went with the sweet potatoes. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
So I've not ridden Oak Mountain, so you have that on me. So these are all hyper local trails for our audience. The only reason I'm asking that is because I think it's kind of interesting that you've ridden some of that stuff, and then you decided to kind of come ride the rebellion side of things and do all that kind of craziness.
Yeah.
Right? And then you kind of built stuff. And how many iterations of the Bug Rug are there now?
I think it's in the third one.
Right.
Shout out to Blake because he 100% was behind the bug rug as well.
Right.
He was not got to be bigger. No.
Right.
Just put the big piling under it.
Just put the lotion on. The lotion goes on smooth.
Oh boy. We
spray me with a water hose.
You guys, what you guys do in your friendship, Bug, is
Dude.
up to you, man.
It happens.
they cosplay Silence of the Lambs. Is that what?
I don't know what cosplay is.
You sure you don't?
Pretend.
Actually, speaking of, we pulled out of the place we were just at, Drew.
Yeah.
And I know you won't get this, but those ladies were walking down the sidewalk with Hogwarts Harry Potter balloons in their hands.
For real.
For
Harry Potter's
real.
another dude.
Are you a Harry Potter guy?
Not really. I wouldn't call me a Harry Potter guy.
What are you into, Bug?
Guns.
I do like guns, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm.
Bikes.
I mean, you got what do you watch? What do you watch? What's a guy like
Dude,
Bug? What
if
does
you
Bug
looked at
Green watch?
my TikTok algorithm,
Yeah.
We are a different demographic.
dude,
We don't know what the
I would
tic-tac is.
show it to you right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there dog videos? Any dog videos?
No, man.
No.
No, it's rough. I can't.
I don't know what that
I don't
means.
think I can.
There's like a mystery in that.
Yeah,
I
what
can
is the-
say.
You can't tee up that statement and not
Nah.
like, now I have to go down that road. You're just not going to do it on
Does
the
it
air.
go from like booty dancing videos to like straight lines and mowed grass?
Nah, man, it's more real life stuff.
Hardcore. Bugs down the hardcore.
You can't.
We don't even know what TikTok is, so you're safe.
Dang, man. Freaking.
We're too old.
We're too
Bug,
old.
are you sub 30?
Yes, I'm 27.
Jesus.
I remember my first beer.
Yeah.
Right? I'm 27.
What do you
95? What's 95?
95?
Yeah, man.
Like, I remember doing stuff in 1995.
I mean, I graduated high school in 96. Put that in perspective.
Hey, man. We all got to start somewhere.
Good God.
No, I think it's
My
badass.
knees still hurt just as much as yours.
I'm sure. One of the things that's fascinating about you is you're very. I've seen you wreck. I've seen you ride. But you're very even tempered. Is that something that's always been with you, or is that something you've adopted? Because you have a good zenness about you. You're like a zen dude.
Yeah, these days. Yeah.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Yeah. No, just
He grew up on the street.
I can't
No,
say anything.
honestly,
I
but-
see therapists.
Hey, man.
I'm straight up.
We
about
all
it.
been there, but honestly, freaking temper changed. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's great now. No idea.
Do you think any of it is attributed back to like riding at all for you?
100% a great hobby I've picked up through the pandemic because, I mean, I contribute that, like, that is my hobby. It's that and guns. Guns, not so much. You got to just pick them up and shoot them every once in a while. But
Right.
unless you're steadily buying guns or around them, it's hard to maintain that. So your bikes, you can just hop on. It's free. Not really. You know what you
Ish.
say. Freaking
Trails ain't free.
no, Alan says that. Soft member.
Soft member.
He made his appearance.
Oh
We get
man,
the quote
could you
in it.
imagine that?
Oh no, we want him on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it.
Imagine the long talks.
There's not gonna be any long talks.
The
It'll be
quotes.
short because it'll be calculated comments.
Dude, he's a great guy.
I
All
sat
in
and
all,
talked.
he's a great guy.
We sat there last night and sat there. I talked wonderful business with that guy. Like that's one of the best things about that guy is he's so dialed in. So he'll just share information.
He's
So
very transparent about things. So
we talked about business stuff, and we were
Yeah.
talking about as business owners. He was like, "Here's the problem I have," and I mean, totally different. That's the best thing about the riding community that I've picked up is I have like you and I can hang out. I'm a gun guy. We can talk about
Yeah.
guns. We can talk about anything, but we talk about
Yeah.
guns. We can talk
If
about
you
that stuff.
Ever have a question? I would
Right.
100% love to throw my input. But
Right.
you
I
know.
asked you about a carry gun. You talked me out of it.
Oh
poor-
no, yeah.
my poor
At
buddy.
Chickasabo.
Yeah, my poor buddy. I was
do.
about to buy
Yeah.
a brand new gun, and then I was like, "Nope." Bug told me don't worry about it, so I didn't. Do
There
it.
are other things, but that people think about and don't think about, but it carries over to the bike world as well.
So you said you like to tinker. Do you tinker? You can't really. I mean, gun tinkering can be done. I've done it, but ammo is expensive, right?
Yeah, no, I don't.
And there's
do
only
that.
so far you can tinker with a gun before
Yeah.
it's like done,
Just attachments and crap.
Right.
That's it.
and that's really Gucci stuff, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That's whenever you know everything has a subcategory. Every
Right.
category has a subcategory. So just as bikes, there's hardtails. There's freaking mountain bikes, road bikes. There's other categories. Same with other things.
right?
So
yeah, it goes.
some
guns.
people dive a little deeper.
Yeah, it goes-
I'm one of those guys.
It goes handguns for protection,
Right.
and then you dabble in the AR area,
Heck yeah.
and then
ARs
2 weeks.
for hunting deers.
2 weeks later,
Nah.
I'm
2
just
weeks
kidding.
later, you're in a militia. And you guys are meeting in the
Everybody
woods.
jokes about that, but I'm not.
Not in the militia.
Worked the things for a while.
Well, I mean, do you have
Selling
to
for a
defend
guy.
your meth territory, or how does that?
Nah, that's they know me on the street. I don't have to protect shit. So I'm good.
They're like, he walks out and they're like, "Oh, there's the bug."
There he is,
I'm the giver.
the giver.
Yeah.
So now, what is your kind of takeaway when you look at like the Reb and sort of that community in general? Not just applying it to that. We've tried to make it like, look, and I know you've heard some of the stuff, but like the point of the podcast for us has changed. It started out us just talking about bikes and shit and doing other stuff, and then we were like, man, there's a lot of people out there that are in communities that don't have access to the same sort of trails
or don't have a community.
or don't have a community.
Ooh,
So
I mean, that's honestly what I felt like at first compared to what it is now. It's completely different, night and day.
Right.
I felt like it was rare, but I understand there was a prominent group. I know, but I mean, I'm in it. You
Right.
know, I feel like I don't know. I'm very biased,
but I mean, everybody loves you,
guess.
dude. But everybody likes you. 'Cause
I'm
you're-
very biased because I'm just so young, and I'm like, well, this is what I do. Everybody else is older.
Do you think it's do you think it's weird that you're? I mean, there's not as many young people that ride.
100%. I wish 100%. I have tried to like get friends
Right.
to join. I mean, not join Zamba, but get into it.
I feel like here's the thing though, like mountain biking takes a little bit of maturity because you have to be disciplined enough to go ride, and you have to be disciplined enough to like get better.
Well,
where
and-
like even in my 20s,
100%.
I was only disciplined to go to the bar. Like
Yeah, and people like my age just, some people can't 100%, or they got other priorities.
Yeah.
Me, I could be 45 the way my life is right now, and it'd be the same.
I just think it's I mean, sometimes I look at it and I think it's fascinating to watch. Like, there's kind of young blood that we see around, which is like Cassidy, Cooper, you.
Oh yeah,
because I think Cassidy's sub 30.
Blake.
And so there's like a group of,
Yeah, is that it?
but you guys
but
get
their
way,
maturity level matches ours. Like,
it does, but they
maybe
still
we're
have more life
immature.
to live than
Right.
we do. Not to
We might be more immature.
Very
to be
true.
honest.
But you guys still go out. They still do
The
things like
Todd.
that.
The Todd. The Todd.
The Todd, but none of them have children. So
Right, yeah.
my thesis
Yeah, no.
is that once you have kids, you're looking for a way to ride,
I
like
agree.
get a little time and have your own space again, because
Mm-hmm.
it changes. The dynamic changes. What is your thing? I mean, you talked about talking to people, but I mean, what about? This is going to sound the most old man shit I've ever said, but does
Come
your
on with it.
generation? Do you feel like your generation doesn't care about as much? Because we don't see in this community, it's a small amount. We just don't see them.
Yeah, I don't think
Like mountain
Other-
biking
other-
specifically.
other people my age I don't care about other things. Nobody
What
really.
do they care about that's better than mountain biking?
don't know.
There's nothing better than mountain biking.
Right.
I'm
don't know.
48. I'm 48 years
We
old.
still
Not
got
48.
a small town mind. Y'all know that. We kids.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
think a lot of the kids the kids you hang out
I
with.
know, dude. I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, "Yeah, I graduated in like 2016. I'm 24 or whatever," and I was like, "God, I'm old." Ugh. And then, but compared to y'all, I'm freaking
I graduated-
young. So suck it,
graduated
loser.
But I
year
mean, I
after
think a lot of the maybe the friends, and this isn't, I'm not trying to be offensive, but like I think that a lot of them still live here that you grew up with, so it's like they're still
Oh, yeah.
trying to do high school shit like they were in high school.
Yeah,
still.
that's
You know,
why
like,
That's
go-
why we don't associate.
Yeah, right. Because it's like I want to be my own person, right? At some point, you
Oh,
just
yeah.
want to step away from the nest and be like, "Hey, I don't have to do what y'all was trendy in high school. Like, I'm gonna make my own trends." And I feel like this. I feel like we're close enough friends, and I've gotten to know you that I feel like you're trying to set your own path, and I think that's admirable and awesome because it's tough to do, especially when you're surrounded by people that have been beside you all along that are trying to steer you in their direction or the
yeah.
way they think you should be steered.
Have you? Can I ask you a question?
Come
This
on
show's
with
not
it.
always about biking. I think it's relevant though. This is relevant rather. Is that? Do you ever find? Do you get tired? You're a millennial, or you're like below
No,
millennial.
am I considered a millennial?
I'm
I think
a millennial.
You're under a millennial. You're under.
Am
You're
I?
the next. Do you ever get tired though of the
I don't know.
old?
You gotta fact check that, Jamie. Jamie, check that.
Do you get tired of being like lumped in, or do you get tired of hearing older people? And I'm not talking about like grandparents' age or parents' age. I'm talking about me and Dale. I mean, do you get tired of us being like, listen, and like kind of like a mansplaining, or it's age splaining down to you? Does that drive you nuts? I mean, do you look at us and be like, listen, you dumbasses? Yeah, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just curious.
I'm not going to stop.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to, even in my job, we spend our, well, I don't know about you. I don't know if you know that, Dale, about a job, but
damn, did Casey send you here? I mean, Casey, just drink the Fireball and shut up. She loves it.
Oh, you're Generation Z.
I keep eyeing the Buffalo Trace over there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, do you want some?
Oh no.
I got. There's another one called Davidson. David County. I got a couple of
dude.
good
It's too warm for whiskey right now.
Shoot, it's never too warm for
Heck
whiskey.
no. I'm a seasonal
Said
person.
Generation
I switch.
Z candidates.
Hey man, you don't drink Evan Williams eggnog in the summer.
I know. Well, you don't drink eggnog.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't eat.
Well, that explains you don't drink whiskey on the boat. I consider.
I would. Okay, all right, fair enough. I wouldn't drink whiskey on a boat, but I think in an environment where there's air conditioning, whiskey would be an appropriate beverage of choice.
Okay, I get it. Like a night on the town,
Sure.
little hab moment.
Maybe you get to the hab. Maybe you have an
I
old
like the
fashioned.
Hab. That sounds good.
I think I'm going there tonight.
Some good
Are you?
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Have you had their burger?
You know what I didn't like? Yeah, I think I have had
Their burger's pretty
their
rad.
hot chicken sandwich something.
I've never had
it.
that.
It was
Too
it was
hot?
pretty hot. No,
I heard
a lot
that
of things aren't too hot for me.
Oh, okay. So you're a spicy guy.
I'm a spicy guy. Used to carry freaking sriracha on a keychain, like a miniature pouch. I swear to God. Oh. I had to order it off Amazon.
Like, and it came in like little miniature bottles.
Yes, you can look at it. It was.
I'm gonna
it was
Jamie it
amazing.
myself.
Oh man,
Drewy.
I'm gonna get a screen. I'll get a screen back here, so eventually there'll be like a
talking
TV
about?
screen.
with sriracha on your keychain.
No, I know sriracha, but I thought we were.
It
I was
was bang-
generational, is what I was asking.
No,
Yeah.
I
You
feel
get
like
tired
if you
of-
had
Sorry,
you
just
had
trying to remember the question.
you had sriracha on your keychain right next to your pool cue sharpening thing. That's a different you had. I was trying to mix generations there.
I mean, do you ever get
What
tired
was-
of it? Do you ever get tired of
Try
like?
and name something that I didn't
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know what it would be. It's just
dial up.
Of course,
You're-
dial up. VHS. You don't have that. You don't
Yeah,
have a clue about
bullshit.
VHS.
I had the orange tapes. You had the orange tapes of freaking Nickelodeon
Not a
VHS.
No, bro.
Yeah, nah, you were in middle school sucking titties, but but VHS. Yeah, what was it?
You had DVDs, man.
No, I did have DVDs, but I also had the $5 pile at Walmart of DVDs. So
Yeah, we had those. I had a couple of movies in there.
yeah, no, but the
That's where Drew's.
the orange
You guys looking for
VHS,
Drew's movies?
Yeah, you can go find them.
Franklin.
Franklin.
You fucking remember Franklin? Y'all don't remember Franklin?
No.
No,
Dude, you got to think.
Little Bear. Come on, y'all.
no.
All right, y'all watch Rugrats,
What about-
right?
I know Rugrats.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
I mean,
Rugrats.
of course
I like
you know Rugrats, but did you watch Rugrats?
No, because it was at the weird. I mean, maybe if I was really high.
Did you watch Courage? Courage Cowardly Dog?
I did like Courage. I
What
did
about-
very high.
Oh, you didn't have to watch the TV Guide channel to find out what you were watching.
Boy, you talk about them teen numbers of cable, huh?
So
y'all know what I'm talking about?
The Scrambled Porn Channel.
The Scrambly Channel.
Now,
Oh,
did you
man.
ever spend time watching a Scrambled Channel waiting for it to just? I mean, you're looking for just one breast.
Oh,
just
100%.
one. Yeah.
No, every time I'd
It was always
accidentally
Girls Gone Wild. Girls Gone Wild
Yeah.
every time.
Yep. And they came to Mobile a lot when I was in college.
Oh wow!
So that
See,
was-
no. You saw
we
Tits?
Bloodhound Gang,
Yeah, I was on tour with them. Yeah.
dude.
It just makes it so
he gets so excited.
Dude,
That's so funny because
my
that song was so like not
Dude.
even in your era. Like I was on tour
No,
with them
my
when you
bro-
were 3.
My brother-in-law got me into him whenever I was just young. Whenever I would stay after their house at their house after school.
Right.
Dude.
That is
He was-
hilarious.
He would say, "Hey, just look up this stuff on YouTube." That was their form of babysitting. Was sitting me in front of the computer. and saying, looking this stuff up on YouTube.
A lap dance is
Freaking-
so much better when a stripper's crying,
Dude.
right?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
And that's YouTube's 2006, 2007, 2008. I mean, you're like 9, 10, 11 years old. You have YouTube.
Yeah.
Think about that. You grew up with that. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
But-
hitting
but-
old
but
Greg,
my-
hitting
but my-
old Greg after school.
Old Greg,
I know
too.
everybody says old Greg,
Old
but I was
Greg.
like, y'all late.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking late, man.
I don't even.
Old Greg is
can't even,
early.
like-
Oh, Greg's hilarious.
I didn't
Dude,
even have
old Greg
texting.
is so
but
good.
but you know who showed it to me? Someone Bug's age.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like
what
I
old
wasn't
Greg
around
is.
for it. Yeah.
What?
I still don't know what it
He has
is.
no idea.
No idea.
I think you'd like old Greg.
Mangina.
No.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bug,
stuff.
there's like a few things
Do
that
you
you
love me?
introduced me to. The Island Boy thing. You were singing it one day. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, that's just a trendy shit.
I know,
trendy
but
stuff
I still
now.
don't get it.
You're fine. This is not a. This is a totally NC-17 rated podcast.
Oh yeah, this is for my.
So you don't care, like it doesn't bother you that old people are like, when I was young, and they kind of put
No.
their pressure on you. You just roll.
No,
with it.
honestly, not. Nobody really does that.
No.
Like even in the bike community, I haven't had somebody say that at all.
Wait till
be
you're
like, well, da 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 da,
Right.
and have it in a, I guess, I don't know, being in a dickish way.
Right.
I haven't got that vibe at all yet.
Well,
I mean,
that's
authoritative, but that's not the same.
That's because before you got there, I got rid of all them fools.
Yeah, dude. I came to a couple work days and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah.
get out.
What do you think is the what would be the secret for a community that's trying to add youth to it? What would you tell them to do?
Ooh. Let there be, because cycling isn't even that big in Mobile at all.
Right. But not even just here. What would you say to any community?
Ooh.
Like, what if there's kids in Kansas, or I mean, a group in Kansas that's like,
Dude,
man,
no,
we need-
there's kids already in Kansas where they don't have bikes at all.
No. Oh my god.
No, I mean, like lesser than us.
Yeah, they have less hills than we do.
Like they had to use antennas. They didn't even have
No,
5
I mean,
channels.
say cut Samba in half. Are we throwing the S word? Are we sambaing it up? Are we
You can
saying
say whatever
something?
you
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Samba.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So cut Samba in half. Somebody not as big that want to grow. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I thought you were literally saying cut Samba in half for a second. I was like, where's he going with this? This is fascinating.
Wait a minute. Let me tighten up for a second.
Easy. No. I don't know, man. I don't.
I mean, what would you want to see? I mean, I guess that's my question. Is what would you want to see? Because like the appeal to me is community. Like I'm an old
I
dude that
feel
wants
like
to hang out with young people.
I feel like you could get, because there's BMXers, I guess. You know, there's still prominent BMXers that's a part of, like, you know how skateboarding was all part of our thing
Yeah, of
growing
course.
up?
Of course.
But
Yeah.
there's still people that ride BMX, I guess. I don't really know, but I live across from a skate park, so I don't.
yeah.
I mean, I
the
always
skate
see-
park's busy all the time.
It is, but whenever that's the only thing in Mobile,
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. I'm out of the loop, but I don't skateboard. But you see BMXers, and if there was, you know, some UWF style, at least hips and jumps, bigger stuff that is in a section,
Yeah.
you know, at least safely, that would be
So you think
You know,
part of
I
it is
think
the
that would
thrill,
bring
the
it
thrill
up.
side, not just the exercise.
just switching it up, because you know how there's going to be XC type.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little intermediate that love both.
Yeah.
There's going to be more of the jumping. Then there's going to be, just like I said, there's a category, then there's a subcategory.
Right.
Just like everything else. But I think that's what would bring it in, would let there be range. Let there be more things to choose from that they can say, oh shit, I can go fast and win. I'm going for it. Some people are built like that.
Right.
Kids, dude, in cycling, that's all that, not to say I know anything about cycling, because I don't. I just see and what I'm told. But just it's run by younger people. Like, they just freaking win, and because they're smaller, lighter, dude, if it was, I don't know, progressed into it, I had to learn about it a couple years ago. I never got into it.
Right.
It's because nobody around really said, hey, here's a here's a path, or here's, I didn't have it.
I think that you're right about that, like education of, hey, mountain biking is a thing. Like, I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah,
And if you
exactly.
don't live, like, I'm from rural Ohio. We
Dude, my
didn't have
first
trails.
race tomorrow.
Yeah.
First race tomorrow.
It's going to be
So-
awesome.
Oh, yours first ever.
First ever actual
And you're doing
race.
a Frienduro.
Yep.
Oh, that'll be, or Funduro, they call it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first actual race.
It's fun, man. I had my first race. I had a
you do
good
it?
coach. Yeah, I didn't do this. I did Bethel. I won it. So there's a little.
Oh no,
thing
I
up there.
remember that.
But I had like a
remember
good coach, and then it was one of those things. Like after that, it was like a good time. Like I enjoyed it. But my thing is, like prep. Like take that shit seriously. Not too
Yeah.
seriously, but enough seriously.
Dude,
like
I've been drinking protein shakes. You can't fucking push me over, dude.
there it is. Bug's secret of good racing: protein shakes.
No, I'm gonna be farting all over y'all. No, you're not going, huh?
Maybe that'll be turbo.
Nah.
I can't. I gotta
You chilling?
I gotta work.
Freaking jobs, man.
That's what
Dale
happens when
wouldn't
you
know
own it.
about them, huh?
Nope, I'll be there tomorrow.
He said you will be in the car
That is
sleeping
Dale's
next to
job.
each
That's
other.
what we say. That's Dale's job.
My job, PR manager.
Not to keep getting away from the question, but what was it?
No, that was it. You were talking about
okay.
going riding tomorrow. That was all.
Oh,
Your
okay.
first race.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe we could get younger people in with a foam party, but
Freaking glow rages or something.
whatever the young kids are into.
I think we
don't
should
know.
start a
I'm-
TikTok with
Dude,
old guys doing
I
it.
am
we should.
so out of the loop on the children. I didn't.
I do think we need
Your boy goes and gets a beer downtown. That's about it.
we need
And
to
rides bikes.
hire Bug as the Ride the Rebellion TikToker
Yeah.
and start doing some bike TikTok stuff.
Dude, I'm as illiterate as a freaking 75-year-old man is on social media. Like phone social media. You look at my freaking Instagram. Its last picture was a year ago.
He's got a bike. He don't need anything.
I
else.
got a bike. I got gun. I am about to have a 4-wheeler for the Reb.
Man.
Oh, look at that.
Uh-huh. My dad was like, hey, you want this old 4-wheeler? I was like, all right, cool. It's
Who do you
old
think?
Honda.
Who do you think is gonna be the first person to send that off the bug road?
On the 4-wheeler? They better fucking not.
He's like, there's rules.
They better sign the waiver. That 4-wheeler better be in that insurance thing.
I've got to put it in there now.
Yes, you
Let's hear
do.
it.
Yeah, just have a little 4-wheeler. Like
Just
on
the
a
word.
couple pi-
Yeah. Not even the word. Just four
Just
wheeler.
four-wheeler.
The number
Yeah.
4-wheeler.
That's brilliant.
I rode 3-wheelers growing up.
Dude.
They are scary.
Suicide
rode-
machines.
Oh.
They're scary. We flipped at Cottage Hill Park once. Me and my dad, we were riding, and I was just a kid, and he flipped it going up a hill, and I remember it rolled on top of us, and I remember my dad like using all of his force to like keep it over, crushing me. It was crazy.
You know that's how
Sonny Bono? No.
no. Bunch of people died, man.
Yeah, they were legit scary.
4-wheeler crashes.
Yeah, boy.
I threw a girl off my 4-wheeler one time. I was going down a dirt road.
Swerved it.
Yeah, it was
Bounced her off?
raining. And I was just spinning it. Dude, I had a little 250. Like a little Honda thing.
You just slung that poor young lady.
Dude, she skid. I was
She's
like,
still
Are
out
you
there.
okay? She's no, I'm good. Just skid on a dirt road. That's crazy.
Oof, no way.
No. See, that's the kind of stupid shit that I did whenever I was young, but
We all
wish I
did.
was riding a bicycle down that dirt road, not
Well, now you
do it
like
again.
look
Heck
back,
yeah.
and that's probably really what's happening is that most of us in the age bracket we're in.
That's
I mean,
the gayest
Todd
segue I've ever said.
Todd Hall said it. He said it all the time. He's constantly doing that stuff. He's jumping because he wants to regain his youth.
Yeah, we're just trying to stay young.
That's right.
We just like the adrenaline.
Oh,
We're
dude!
drunk.
Every time I see that that promo, I'm always like, I don't get much adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fucking dumb. I'm so mad.
If you want to see this video, go to
like, who is this loser that
joinsamba.com.
I sound like?
I thought it was funny.
I think it is amazing, but
You did a good
dude,
job.
I was like, God, no. I wish I could set a lot more.
Well, you did, but we edited it all out.
Dude, let me be like, hey, here's my 1-year progression.
Hey, we should do a progression video.
That would be actually pretty good. Join Samba
Yeah.
too.
Dude, I knew that couldn't have been a deer that shit in that.
What?
Do you have a different experience at the Reb than us?
Find just big piles of poop everywhere in
Did
the
you?
trail.
You're finding big piles of poop in the trail?
Yeah. I knew it was somebody. I thought it was one of y'all.
Oh,
Dude, somebody's been playing a trick.
No.
Right?
I've shit in
You
the
said,
woods.
hey, I'm going rebbing. And I went rebbing.
Oh,
And
you went by
weren't
yourself.
rebbing.
Yeah, I didn't go. I had to work. Work comes up. That's what happens.
Dude, I rode.
And there was poop in the trail.
Dude.
Someone dropped a deuce. Are you sure? Are you?
All right, it was me. I'm just kidding.
I've crapped out there several times.
Yeah, I think you're the only one.
Yeah, I don't have any shame in it. Like, what am I going to do?
I just don't ever have toilet paper.
No, I always have. I have paper towels in my
Dude,
you
drawer.
gotta
I'll
keep
never.
them in the car.
My body will absorb.
Not when you're drinking all those protein shakes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
drop-
It's been all right so far.
You drop the deuce. It'll be the one.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll change your life.
You know those times when everyone's the one? You just pray to God.
Like right now, you're literally the one.
Oh, we're talking about pooping, dude.
No, you're on the hot seat.
Ah. Ugh. Dude, I wish it was a...
You should come back on.
I agree.
You should just come hang out. We'll bring somebody else in. We'll throw it around.
I think I'm not fighting anybody. Don't...
In that little cage right there.
In the morning, we have a wrestling, remember? You got to bring the oil.
Yeah, I will bring that. Scented, unscented.
Whatever you're into,
Okay.
man.
All right.
It's your OnlyFans.
It's, well,
It's your only fan.
you paid for a whole day, so...
Wow.
All day long.
Wow. Well, that's going to do it here on the Ride the Rebellion podcast. The only zero drop podcast in the known universe without an OnlyFans.
Hey, and we did this sober. Just think about that, people. If you've listened this far and it was sober,
That hair on. Nobody, that freaking angel dust queen ain't visited none of y'all, huh?
no.
No, that's
not
for
till
after
later.
8 o'clock.
That's exactly right.
All right, man.
There's time limits. All right, with that said, we're going to go.
Hey, thanks, Bug. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, have fun.
All right.
Love
It's always
y'all.
awkward to say
Love
goodbye.
you, man.
Oh,
Bye.
love you too.
I wanna